My child, pause for a moment. Take a breath. This message is not here by accident, and you are not here by coincidence. Before you click this video, before you scrolled to this point, before this moment in your day even began, God already knew you would be here. And maybe something inside you feels it. A tug, a stirring, a quiet whisper that says, "Don't skip this." This is not fear. This is not pressure. This is invitation. If your heart has been restless, if your mind has been overwhelmed, if your soul has been asking, "God, where are you?" then listen carefully, because this may be the reassurance you've been praying for. Stay with me. For the next few minutes, let the noise fade. Let the pressure lift. Let your heart be still, because God is not finished with you. Listen, God has seen everything. You have wondered if God still sees you. You have wondered if He hears the prayers you whisper at night when no one else is around, the tears you try to hide, the exhaustion you don't talk about, the silent battles you fight in your own mind. But here is the truth. Nothing about your life has been invisible to Him. He saw every sleepless night. He saw every moment you almost gave up. He saw every time you said, "I can't do this anymore," and He stayed. Even when you doubted, even when you felt distant, even when you thought you had drifted too far, you were never abandoned. Sometimes God is most active in the seasons when He feels the quietest. And what you interpreted as silence was often protection, preparation, positioning. This is not a warning. It's an invitation. Let's be clear about something. God is not speaking to you out of anger. He is not threatening you. He is not standing over you with disappointment. He is inviting you closer. When your heart feels urgency, it is not because time is running out. It is because love is calling you deeper. There are moments in life when you sense, "I can't keep living on autopilot. I can't keep running. I can't keep numbing the pain." That feeling is not doom. It is awakening. And awakening is mercy. You are not being pushed toward fear. You are being pulled toward peace. Listen, my child, the battle in your mind. Let's talk about what has really been happening. The confusion, the overthinking, the fear that shows up without warning, the doubt that questions your worth. You have been in a mental battle, and maybe you've believed the lie that you are weak because of it. But listen carefully. Battles don't mean you're broken. They mean you're human. The enemy of your peace wants you distracted, wants you overwhelmed, wants you convinced that you are stuck. But God is not intimidated by your chaos. He steps into storms. And when He speaks, even waves listen. You don't have to fix your thoughts before coming to Him. You don't have to clean yourself up. You don't have to be strong. You only have to be willing. Fix the pain you never talk about. There are parts of your story you rarely share. The betrayal, the disappointment, the dreams that didn't unfold the way you hoped, some wounds you've learned to function with, some heartbreak you've buried under busyness. But buried pain does not disappear. It waits, and God is not afraid of it. He is not repelled by your wounds. He is drawn to them. You see shame. He sees survival. You see weakness. He sees depth. You see cracks. He sees places where His light can enter. Nothing you carry scares Him. Nothing you've done disqualifies you. Nothing you feel makes you too far gone. Part 6. When you thought He was silent. There were seasons you thought, "God, why aren't you answering?" You prayed, you waited, you hoped, and nothing changed, or so it seemed. But sometimes the greatest work happens underground. A seed does not grow in sunlight first. It grows in darkness. Roots form before fruit appears. And in your waiting, God was forming roots in you, strength you didn't know you had, compassion born from pain, wisdom shaped by loss. What felt like delay was development. What felt like absence was shaping. You were never meant to carry this alone. You have been trying to manage everything, fix everything, control outcomes, predict the future, prevent pain. But control is exhausting, and you were never meant to carry life by yourself. Surrender is not weakness, it is relief. It is saying, God, I don't understand everything, but I trust you. You don't need to know every step. You only need to take the next one, and sometimes the next step is simply stillness. Look into the mirror without fear. Look at yourself honestly for a moment, not with shame, not with criticism, with truth. Yes, you have flaws. Yes, you have regrets. Yes, you have moments you wish you could redo, but you are not your worst decision. You are not your lowest season. You are not your past. God sees who you are becoming. He sees the future version of you, stronger, wiser, healed, free. You are a work in progress, not a finished failure, and grace is not something you earn. It is something you receive. This is a turning point. This moment can be simple. It does not need drama. It does not need fear. It does not need perfection. It only needs honesty. If you feel distant from God, come back. If you feel tired, rest in Him. If you feel ashamed, remember that grace is stronger than guilt. If you feel lost, understand that even lost sheep are pursued. This is not the end of your story. It may be the beginning of your clarity. You do not have to change everything tonight, but you can choose one thing: to open your heart again. What happens when you say yes? When you lean toward God instead of away from Him, something shifts. Not always instantly, not always dramatically, but steadily. Peace replaces panic. Clarity replaces confusion. Strength replaces striving. You start making decisions differently. You start thinking differently. You start seeing yourself differently. Because relationship with God is not about fear. It is about transformation. And transformation begins with surrender. Your story is not over. You thought certain losses ended your future. They didn't. You thought certain failures defined you. They don't. You thought certain prayers were denied. They weren't. They were redirected. There are still chapters ahead, still blessings you haven't seen, still healing you haven't experienced, still joy you haven't felt. God wastes nothing. Not your tears, not your waiting, not your pain. Every scar can become a testimony. Every valley can become strength. Every setback can become setup. Sit in this peace. Right now, wherever you are, take a slow breath. Let the tension drop from your shoulders. Let the fear quiet. God is not rushing you. He is not threatening you. He is not withdrawing love. He is offering closeness. You don't need a dramatic moment. You don't need emotional hype. Just whisper, God, I'm here. And that is enough. Final encouragement. If this message resonated with you, if you felt peace, if something inside you softened, that's not coincidence, that's connection. And I want to encourage you, stay consistent, stay open, stay willing. Growth is daily. Faith is built slowly. Healing is layered. But every step matters. Things to do. If this message spoke to your heart, comment below, God is not finished with me. Let it be your declaration. And if you want more messages like this, messages that strengthen your faith, encourage your spirit, and remind you of God's love, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We're building a community here that chooses hope over fear, faith over doubt, and purpose over panic. Share this video with someone who needs encouragement today, because you never know whose breakthrough begins with a simple reminder that they are not alone. Final words. My child, you are seen, you are known, you are loved, and no matter how dark the season feels, light is still coming. Stay close, stay faithful, stay hopeful. Your story is still being written, and the author has not put the pen down.